which is the blue wire, which connects to a relay box and connects it into a lamp over here. So we have a lamp. Okay. So the relay box, which is the lamp, when that's actually activated. So you notice that on the development page, you have port down the side. So this is port. And then C4 is the port which has the relay and the lamp. So what I want you to do is configure and change this to digital out. Okay. So what I'm going to do is get you to do everything hands-on to guide you, because then you can understand best on how this works rather than me just showing you. Okay. So just activate C4 digital out. Do you see a red button, off button? Okay, so the red off button means that you do have a signal here on the blue wire, but we just want to check the connection. So you can just click on it, and you have clicked on it. So it means that you do have a connection on the blue wire. So that's just checking the connection. It's just to check the connection, that's all. Make sure that it's connected okay. All right. So, of course, this is a lamp, but it could be a fan, or it could be a pump. So it could be many things. I think that there is also a delay on the Zoom, so you might be seeing a delay from the Zoom as well. But all right. So on C4, what I want you to do is type in the word lamp over here under the name, okay, because then we create a variable called lamp for C4. Okay, you've typed it in, lamp, on your screen, yeah, okay. On C7, I actually have this sensor here. This is a light sensor. Just turn that around a little bit. So this is a light sensor. Okay, so it actually then measures the amount of light, and then 0 to 5 volts actually goes into C7. So C7 then would be an input for sensor analog in. So select C7 analog in, and then the analog to digital converter will convert it to a digital number. So do you see a number in the status? $223. So okay, so if I the number will be higher if there's more light. So can you put some more light on my table? Okay, so is the number higher now? Okay. Okay, good. So now if I cover it, you see my video on the shadow. What's the number now? Okay, and if I cover it more? Okay, if I cover it more now? Okay, and if you turn off the light, it should be even lower because there's still light coming through. Just turn it off. Yeah. Yeah. So what's the number now? Okay, so there's still light going under my hand and also through my hand, because my skin is very pale and it conducts light very well. Okay. Right, so so that's the light sensor. Of course, this could be a temperature sensor or any sensor which is 0 to 5 volts for analog in, or we can have a digital sensor as well, which is an on-off switch going in. So
stop and ask him, can you use it for what purpose? We can tell you into Kevin, do you have any project for infrared lamp?
Okay.
He has the thing without the chip, so he can still do it, isn't it? Right.
Yeah.
Like Jackson for the smart home. Every home in Indonesia are wanting to be a smart home with that.
Okay, that's good. So did you hear that just now, Bintang? Okay, that's good. All right. Right. So what sort of sensors then can you have 0 to 5 volts? You have probably many sensors there at the moment. Is that right? You have sensors as well that you're using that 0 to 5 volts. Do you have sensors there that you use with your controllers? So what type of sensors do you have? Yes, so you also have the LDR light sensors. Do you have other types of sensors? Do you have different type of sensors as well? Yeah, that's a sensor too. Okay. All right. So so on the C7 analog in, just type in the word sensor. So do you have any temperature sensors there as well? Do you actually have any temperature sensors? You don't have temperature sensors? Okay. All right. Because there are other sensors like also distance sensors. You can get infrared sensors which actually measure, like the distance, how far things are as well. Yeah. Okay. So analog in is the sensor. So with the lamp and the sensor, then we can actually use them to do some code. So have you done some code before, like turn on the lamp automatically depending on the sensor? Sorry, have you done something like that before? Okay, that's good. But you yourself on your own projects, have you ever made something with maybe a lamp and a light sensor? Okay. So we're going to use these variables here in the JavaScript. So in the JavaScript loop, yes, we're going to make a decision and check the sensor level. And then if it's low, then turn on the lamp automatically. So have you done something like that before? Okay, that's good. And have you used JavaScript before? Yeah, okay, that's good because JavaScript is very common. 70% of the professional programmers use the JavaScript. So just type in the if and the round brackets. Yeah, so it's a condition. So what we want to do then is select analog in, because we want to convert the input and measure the input, then select the sensor. Okay, so use the selection here, analog in, put sensor, and then put the cursor over here, and then press the add macro button. So if we press this one, then you should see if analog in sensor. Do you see that on your screen? Okay, that's good. Okay, so just use the backspace key just to delete the semicolon and type in less than, because we're going to compare the analog in, measure the sensor and compare it to a level over here. So what level should we use? Maybe 120? Okay, so when I cover the sensor, this will check. So then finish the bracket. Oops. What happened to my screen? Okay, so just trying to do this with one hand. 120. Can you see my video clearly? And then put the round bracket on the end. Okay. And then we're just going to put in turn on the lamp. So the way that we do that is we just select the turn on and also select the lamp. So inside this box, we can use normal JavaScript, okay, but also using the sensor analog in and the turn on. So turn on lamp, and then put the cursor here and press the add macro, and you should see turn on lamp. Do you see turn on lamp on yours? Okay, that's good. Okay, let me check your screen too. Your screen has gone green. I don't know why. Okay. Okay. So then type in else, E-L-S-E.
Before you shut down, have a group call. Confirm when he can make the video, short video 2 minutes. Okay, but you know the difficulty level. JavaScript, C++, how long will it take using his experience compared to what he's seen? Same as Gabriel, he hasn't got a bit.
So type in else, E-L-S-E, you have else, okay. So under that, what we want to do is if it's less than 120, turn on lamp, else means if it's not, other condition, then we just want to turn off the lamp here. So just select the turn off lamp and put the cursor here and press the add macro. Okay, so you should see 4 lines of code. Do you see 4? So if less than 120, turn on, else turn off. Let me see your video. Your video goes green when I try to see it, so I cannot see your video. Not sure why. It comes up okay here, but when I click to see, and it goes green. Let me check on the other camera, on the other, on my computer screen. No, it is also green. So this is what your video looks like to me. So I don't know why it's green. So it's a little bit difficult for me to see. Okay, so if you have 4 lines of code, so you've added the turn off lamp already, then simply on what, sorry, on the WhatsApp. On the chat. Oh, okay, on the chat box. All right. Let me have a quick look then. Yes, looks good. Okay, so let's go back. So normally the code using the normal computer technology, I don't know if you're familiar with the term industry revolution, IR 3.0, IR 2.0. Industry revolution 3.0 is computers. So on a normal computer technology, you need to put the code inside the computer or computer chip. But with IR 4.0 internet technology, you do not need to do this. So simply go and click the run code on the top, just click run code. Okay. So at the top, you see my screen. So just press run code button next to the stop button. Okay. So that's green. Okay. So if you can see my zoom, so if I now cover the sensor, you should see the number going down. Do you see the number going down now? Okay, if I cover it more like this, so see my video, if I cover it more like this, then it actually turns on the lamp, okay? And you can see it on the screen. And also if I uncover it, then actually goes down and you can see that actually changes here as well, okay? So you can actually see it immediately. So probably with also with your other devices, you can quickly code this type of code. But what is difficult is to actually create like a web page with Internet of Things on a web page. So the Runlinc, what the Runlinc does is actually is designed to create a web page which can run on a phone or a tablet or a computer, Mac, any type of computer with a browser, which includes the Internet of Things in the web app. So you can see JavaScript and HTML. This is normal JavaScript, HTML, and CSS because any browser can actually read these languages. So I want to show you how to create a web page with maybe 2 buttons to turn on and off an alarm. So we have a buzzer here to turn on and off an alarm. Have you done such a project before? Have you made a web page with control buttons before? Sorry, say that again. Okay, okay. But did your buttons actually control the buzzer, for example, or something else? Okay. That's good. So we're just going to show you how to make this quickly, also using the Runlinc. So we're just going to put a heading on here. Alarm control web page. You actually put in your name. Okay, and then put in alarm control web page. Okay, and then put in just the H1 at the end. Okay, so this is a heading. It's just a normal heading. So put in your name. Okay, not the word name, but just type in your name. And just so this is a quick heading. So I want to show you how you can see the heading. So press the stop code. Press the stop code button. Have you finished this one? The heading? Okay. So press the stop code and then press the run code again. When you press the run code on this part of the page, you should start to see your heading. Okay, so this should be your name, should be Bintang actually, because it's your page. So just change it to your name because we want to identify it that it's yours. Yeah. That's right, yes. Okay, so now what we'll do is, before we continue, is we'll just set up this buzzer over here, which is on C5. It's on the connection C5. So just simply select the digital out on C5 and then just put in buzzer. Yeah. Okay, so you can hear the buzzer. It's connected. That's good to test it. Yes. Okay. So type in button and then a space and then on click equals and in quotation. So we have a simple button with just when we click it, then we will use the turn on function that we used before for the lamp, but now we'll just use it for the buzzer. Yeah. Same as the lamp before. So when we have the button, when we click on the button, then we use the turn on for the buzzer. Okay. Okay, so at the top, I want you to put just some text, just the alarm on. Okay. Yes, yes, okay. Okay, you also have an alarm off button as well. Let me check. Do you have two buttons? Okay, that's good. On, off. Okay, you should actually call it alarm on, alarm off. So you should probably just change that. you know, just so you can identify the buttons, because there could be more buttons. So we usually put alarm on, alarm off. Okay. So I need to take a break for a minute and come back. So just wait. Okay.
Yeah. Runlinc. Runlinc.
Okay, from the Runlinc. So you don't have to have it inside the Runlinc. It just opens up as your own web page.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, your own web page. So just try that once more, just the board and send.
Yes.
Okay. And also, just to let you know that this system, at the moment, we're using PageKite, but also you can open the page just directly on the local IP address. So you can type in 192.168 numbers, etc., and you can open it directly as well. So you
Alright.
actually does not need to have internet for this system. It can be direct. So some people have asked about security, and of course, if it's not connected to the internet, just a direct connection with no internet, then it's very secure. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So it's very secure as well. So I have to ask you the question: how long did it take to make your buttons just now using the Runlinc on the web page?
Take time, sir?
Yeah, the time. How long did it take?
Uh, just a few seconds.
Okay, and how long does it take on the way that you have been doing it before? What is the length of
Um,
time?
I might take a few hour or a few minutes, few hours.
A few hours. Okay, all
Yes,
right. That's actually very good. You must be well practiced to be able to do it in a few hours, because how long do you think it will take most students to do it when they have not done it before?
yes.
Using your way, how long do you think it would take?
Um,
Like a normal student that has not
two
done it
month,
before.
2 month or 3 month, maybe.
2 months.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, 2 or 3 months. Okay,
Uh,
but you have done it before, so you know what steps to take. Okay, excuse me.
it makes learn IoT easier.
Yes, yes, and also on the HTML. Excuse me. You can also include on this using an iframe. You can even include like one line of code iframe. You can include an IP camera using this technology because it's already connected to an IP address. And so you can just include an IP camera inside there streaming. So did you try the projects which we sent to you, like the project A1, the Runlinc page? I sent you some projects on the WhatsApp. And the first one was just IP camera. So on the WhatsApp projects I gave you, A1, you can actually open this without the chip because we have an online version without the chip. If it's not connected to the chip, it doesn't have IoT, but you can use the other facilities to sort of try the interaction on that.
Okay.
Also, like I said before, you can use the 2 lines of code for the text to speech part as well, the text to speech.
All right.
So, yeah. Okay, so that's the overview of the Runlinc. Of course, we can also save and load. When you actually save the project, which you can try it, so you can save your project, you can type in something like web buttons and lamp.
Web
Also
button.
has lamp code, and then you just press save, and actually becomes a download, a JSON file, and then you can upload it again using the load file, so that the project comes back as well, and you continue to work on the project. Okay.
Oh, I see.
And also we have a version 1.2 online, which we have a service, and that has some extra buttons. So you can do an upload. When you upload, it actually creates a separate web page for this. And the separate web page, still connected to your device, if your device is connected to the network. And also it will sit on the server. So with one button, you can convert your complete web page and put it onto the internet. Okay, so it's actually one button. Yeah, one button to do this. So, okay, very good. So I'll just see if
I have a question, sir. I have a question, sir. Sorry, your microphone.
Yeah, sorry, my microphone was muted, so go ahead.
My question, this page Runlinc and the device on Australia. So the device check to the server or the server check to the device?
Sorry, the server. So there is actually no server between your browser and the device.
Oh, I see.
So
I
it
see.
is a direct connection to the chip. So the Wi-Fi chip
Oh,
itself has a server inside.
all right. Direct connection. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
So the server is actually on the Wi-Fi chip.
All
Yeah.
right, all right.
The
All right,
Wi-Fi
thanks.
chip is serving the web page directly.
All right.
That's why you do not need internet. You can just go to the IP address, and the page everything will work because it is actually on the Wi-Fi chip itself.
Okay, okay. I'll take thanks, sir. Your microphone muted, sir.
So can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Now, yes.
Okay, good. So did you see the video from Gabriel? There's actually a student as
Yes,
well.
using IP
Okay.
camera.
No, the student Gabriel, he actually had an experience on how long it took him to do.
Oh,
So did you see that one?
Compare his past experience to now.
learn.
Sorry, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So did you see the video of the African student who was also doing buttons on a web page?
All right. Yes.
Because on the WhatsApp I sent you a link. So
Wait. Sorry, sir.
on the WhatsApp I actually sent you a link, which
Okay.
is the one I think at the top near the beginning. After I said hello, I sent you a link to IoT Smart Home.
Okay. Wait.
Did you see that? The top of the WhatsApp.
All right. Smart home user.
Yeah, Smart Home 7. Did you click on
Yes.
that one? Because it has some videos
All
at
right.
the
I have
end.
a click.
And did you see the
Please,
videos already
click on buttons
on
to
this
hear
one or
AI
not
voice
yet?
synthesis.
Um, on the top right.
Yes.
Runlinc technology can easily add IoT AI to solar power system.
Um, yes, and then there's another one after that,
After that, all right.
which is about the final year engineering
Oh yeah.
student, Gabriel.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so take a look at this one because Gabriel
Hello, my
also
name
had
is
a similar
Gabriel
experience
Sencha.
to
I'm a
you
final year
because
student of
he had to also work out how to do the buttons on a web page to get it onto the phone as well. Um,
It's embedded inside the smartphone.
okay, so have you found the video that I was pointing to? That one?
Yes. Final year computer engineering student Gabriel discover running.
Okay, so have a look at his video closely because
At night.
what you have also described just now when I asked you how long it would take is a similar experience to what he had. So what would be good is if you put your experience on a similar video, if you made a similar video about this,
Similar
about
video.
this discovery, because what he said is he discovered that he spent, I think, about 5 months
Yeah. All
to
right.
do his final year project. But when he did the demo with me, then it took less than an hour.
All right.
very fast just to do the buttons. So
It is.
he was
It's very
actually
fast.
he was very surprised. He said so.
Yes.
So could you? So can you make a similar video?
Yes, we can. But in a English language or what language, sir?
Can you try to make it in English? Just make it simple. I know that
All
might be a
right.
little bit difficult for you, but it would be good if you also did it in Indonesian as well. Yes, I think
Maybe I
that's a
will
good
try.
idea.
I will try in
Yeah,
English. All right.
yeah. All right, very good. All right, so we also have a storytelling app. Did you try any of the projects which I sent on the WhatsApp? The
Um,
project A1, project A2.
I'm just read, sir.
Okay, so all of these projects you do not need the kit, the hardware
All right.
to complete. So even though it has some pictures, the pictures are actually not needed. So you do not need the controller. You can simply use the phone and the laptop. So are you okay reading the English?
Uh, Little bit, sir. I can English.
I see. Okay. All right. Um, I think probably you can follow the project A4. Um, that would be good. So
Microphone. Your microphone, sir.
okay. Also, I'll send you a PowerPoint from a student who did a webinar recently. Okay.
Okay.
And this student from a girls' school, she was doing the Runlinc on a few workshops for just for a couple of months, and then the school asked her to actually do some presentations. So it would be good if you could also construct a similar presentation as well. Okay, so
Okay.
I'll send you the link for that one.
Okay.
Can you hear me clearly?
Uh, Little bit, sir. So, I uh, I I create PowerPoint.
I'll send that to you. I know it's a little bit noisy, but okay. What it is a student that she actually presented this PowerPoint to her school. So this is actually a recording of a webinar which she did for
Oh,
about
I
one
see.
hour, but it's actually very well presented. So if you follow that, so she's doing that regularly. She has her own lecture. Okay, so I'll also send you the link as to when she has the next webinar as well, because it's on a Sunday, so
Yes.
you can also join that as well. And this Sunday, it will be at the science fair, so which we are
Okay.
doing with stem cell.
On
So
Sunday, right?
and I will be also presenting a short demonstration there as well,
Okay.
and there'll be some other speakers. So you can invite your friends as well. So I'll send you the link.
Okay.
Yeah. And can you maybe create another group with your friends, and we can also send them some information as well separately. So WhatsApp group with your friends.
Okay,
Is that possible?
it's possible. Maybe I need to ask my friend
Of
before
course. Yeah. Sure, that's okay. So I've asked you many things. Maybe you need to just make a note of all those points and then send it back so I know you understand those things. Yeah. So just text it back on the WhatsApp.
Okay, I'm a create a WhatsApp group. I'm invite you and me and my friend. That's right, sir. Your microphone still off.
Yeah. Don't forget the video as well. Okay, to make the video.
Oh yeah, make a video
Yeah.
and then okay, make a video, invite my friend to the group.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and the PowerPoint also would be good if it was translated also into Indonesian as
Okay,
well.
maybe I need the PowerPoint for I can translate thing.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, yeah, not just typing, but also to speak into it as well to describe the things. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, that's good. So it's good that you understand also that you can try this projects which I posted without the kits. You do not need hardware. So there is inside the document there is a link, and on the
Okay.
top, and that link is actually on our server, and you can open a copy of the Runlinc, which you can use there as well on the server.
All right.
And also on the Runlinc page, you might notice that it says board IP. At the moment, the IP is going to the page kite, which goes to my
Okay.
kit. But on the board IP, even if you type in the IP numbers, then it will actually connect to your kit. Or if you open the online version
Please
and you have a
click
kit,
on buttons to hear AI
and
voice
then you type
synthesis.
in the IP numbers on board IP, then it will connect to your kit as well. So you can do the IoT there as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So it means that you and your friends can try some of it even before you actually have the kit as well. So you saw this kit, which is just get another one. So I can show it on the camera. So this controller. So you saw this controller just now, the stem cell controller with the Wi-Fi chip on the top connected.
Okay.
Okay, but we also have this one, which I think you're familiar with.
Now the MCU, right?
Also, so inside this is also ESP, which you
Wi-Fi chip.
know. So we also have put in the server for the Runlinc, complete, ready to use inside the Node MCU chips as well. Okay, so this I think would be a good low cost solution for Indonesia, so that many people
Yes.
can use it.
Yes,
But
right.
you'll need to help them with the pins and the inputs, outputs, etc. as well. Okay. Whereas when we actually have this board, then we have the connectors and we include the packet of input-output
Oh, I
parts,
see.
which you can simply connect as well. Yes. So it's a little bit different. This one too can actually run on 12 volts in the car as well. Okay.
Okay.
So because it has its own regulator, it also has its own driver. So this board can also drive, for example, directly. Doesn't need any other driver. Can run
Dynamo,
small
right.
motors directly as well. Whereas the Node MCU, what do you use to run motors on your Node MCU?
I'm gonna use Arduino IDE, right, for control Node MCU.
Okay, so so this is a separate module so that you can drive motors. Is that correct from the Arduino or the Node MCU? If you want to control the motor,
Okay.
you have a separate board to run the motor of the Arduino or Node MCU. How do you control the motor on off? Did
Um,
you do it before?
from a web page, just on and off on the web page
Um,
to control.
but I mean, yeah, to control this, you need a driver. You need a driver, don't you? Because it needs more current than can connect directly.
Okay.
So you have a separate board. Is that right?
Yeah.
What have you used?
A servo and dynamo. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, maybe you can also send me some pictures of those. That would be good too. I can understand what you have there already and what you have
Okay.
used.
Wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe this. Let's see. Okay, this one. So I think I have Arduino Uno and
Yeah.
uh,
Right.
ultrasonics.
Ultrasonic detector.
Yes,
Yeah.
and two servo. Okay,
Servo motors. Yes.
uh, fixed jumper cable.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Relay
Relays. Okay. All right. So
and
you can use the relays to drive other things too. You
yes,
can
that's right.
switch things such as motors. Yeah.
I have sound sound control
Okay.
and battery module,
Yeah.
and I have RFID. Wait, yeah, I have RFID.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
That's good.
proto board or breadboard.
Yeah. Yeah. For connecting.
Yes, for connecting.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, maybe an LED maybe.
Lots of LEDs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Very good. All right.
Yes, just and not
Excellent.
MCU and Wemos.
Okay. Um, right. So let me just check if it would be good if you could also meet Dr. Peng. I'll just seeing if he's available too. Then we can also take a picture together too. Will be good.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm going to see if I can send through a few of these because these are easier, so that you can also use it yourself and use it with your friends, because it also has the Runlinc already system on there already ready to connect, just to connect to your Wi-Fi. Yeah. Okay. All right. Very good. And so I'll send you. Let me just see if I can send you then that link also to the PowerPoint presentation. Just put that onto the WhatsApp.
Okay, on WhatsApp.
Yeah, just hang on. Just keep finding that.
All right, sir. For a make video, sir. How long I make a video? A few second or few minutes maybe.
I think the video example that you have there is about the right length. I think his video is about 2 or 3 minutes
All right, all right.
actually.
All right.
So maybe you can listen carefully to that one. So let me find.
Sir.
So I'm just trying to find the WhatsApp so I can send you this.
About Wi-Fi maybe.
Yeah.
On your Wi-Fi include IP public or how, sir?
Sorry.
Um, on your Wi-Fi include IP public or not?
No. We just have an IP address, but we're using a service called PageKite. So I have some
Okay.
information on how to also connect to the
Okay, okay.
PageKite as
I
well.
see.
PageKite
Page
service.
kite. Okay, page
The
kite.
PageKite service will take an IP address, local
Okay.
IP address, and then you
Yes.
can
Yes.
create a web connection to it. So we're just using that service to connect directly to the
Okay.
IP of the chip. Yeah.
I see. Page kite.
Yes. So pagekite.net in .net is their website. Okay. All right. Just hold on. Just see if it's available.
Okay. I will make a new group, right, sir?
Yes. Create a new group with your friends.
With Runlinc.
So send me that list. Maybe just type in that list into the WhatsApp so that I know what the things are that you will be doing.
Wait a second. Okay. Um, Maybe I will recommendation this Runlinc to my school maybe.
That would be good actually if you could even create a time that I can do the same demonstration. What do you think the students would say?
Okay.
Do you think they would like it?
I think uh must be try.
So maybe if they can also connect to Australia and things, then maybe they could be a little bit more interested. What do you think?
I think yeah, that must be a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let me know. So are you typing in the list of what you're doing? Just the simple points.
Okay.
Hello, Peng. That's good.
Hello.
We can take a picture. Probably the picture might be better if you just turn. Yeah, I think that's better. Then I can get a bigger picture together. Okay, so Bintang, we have Dr. Peng Chu here. So if you can also smile, we can take a picture together.
Okay. Wait a second.
Sorry, you're muted, so I can't hear you.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sure. Okay. So big smiles.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'll see how that turned out. I think that's pretty good. All right. Okay, good. Yeah, I think the picture came out quite well. All right.
How are you doing, Bintang? Did you understand most of it?
Yes. Yes, I understand, sir.
That's good. So maybe give us 1 minute of summary. How do you think this can help more students like you?
Okay. I think we learn IoT or Internet of Things because it is industries 4.0. We need to learn more about that, right? Uh, because with if I or if we learn IoT with device IoT, we need a write code, many codes, right? And that's make confuse another student. So
Mm.
with Runlinc, it is just 7 code, just four and 3 codes. We can turn off, turn on the lamp, create a web
Mm.
page, and detect the light on there. I like that.
So it's easy to
Yes, easy to
learn the
learn.
skill. Mhm.
It
And
makes learn
so
IoT easier.
much faster and more fun, I suppose.
Yes, yes, because display on the web, uh, interesting.
Yes, yes. So you are first year in Polytechnic,
Okay.
and so you think that based on what you've heard and what you've seen, it is possible then to maybe in Indonesia, a lot of younger students will be able to learn this. Like in schools, secondary school, primary school,
Yes.
and that would be a big advantage if we can help more big number of students so that Indonesia IR
Kameranya
4.0,
Mas Bang.
which is basically internet. Yeah, 5.0 is AI already.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if technology is considered as AI capable, then the Indonesia students from maybe 10 years old in primary school will be already starting Industry Revolution 5.0
Oh.
ahead of anybody else. That's why I hear that Miro is trying to get you to maybe make a short video in Bahasa, because I am from Brunei. I know even Malaysia, sometimes their English also has difficulty.
Yeah.
So most kids in schools in Indonesia, primary school especially, and secondary school, I think they may have difficulty in English.
Hmm.
So it will be a big advantage if everything that you see important for them to start making projects like even the simple intruder alarm is maybe make into short videos of in Bahasa Indonesia so that it will make it more interesting for them. Because
Okay.
sometimes they don't tell the problem. They just walk away. And they don't even tell you, you see, technical maybe more difficult to solve. But English is very easy. Most people can translate from Bahasa in English to Bahasa Indonesia. So I think that feedback is good. That I obviously have a lot of case studies already. Younger kids like in Miro, maybe you want to quickly tell Bintang, Josh, a project on ultrasonic sensing for water level monitoring in a tank.
Okay.
Yes, so Josh, who you saw the video of his AI object recognition because you put in the comment. So this same student also created a project which he won the competition here at the Royal Adelaide Show, and also worldwide he actually won the competition. So he created an IoT web page, and his sensor that he put on was an ultrasonic sensor that goes on the top of a water tank, so that you don't need to drill a hole in the tank and put sensors on how much level of water there is. When the judges actually checked on Google whether this is common, they found that it's very, very difficult to do such a thing because the ultrasound actually bounces around inside the tank, and so the signal is very unstable, difficult
right.
signal. So he was able to actually process the signal so that he could get a signal which is stable enough even to show a picture of the water going up and down on his web page, and also to calculate the volume of the water, and also to have an AI voice that says the water is too low or even too high. So all of that he can open, of course, on his web page on his phone and show how the remote farmer can even use it to check the level of his tanks, which many people actually here need to check regularly. In Australia, the distance is very long as well as to how far you need to check for the water. So this was his project, and connected into the Runlinc. So I can send you also a short video about his project as well. You can take a look at that. But one of the things was that because he used the Runlinc, he then had, of course, even though he made this project when he was 12 years old in upper primary school, okay, he also used this project and went on to win in Adelaide, Australia, and also the international competition from 20 countries, because the other countries were all using the system which you're also familiar with, which takes many months, of course, to be able to start to do anything on the IoT. So he had a big advantage to be able to use his own creativity to actually extend the project and put extra things in the project as well.
Sounds good. So I am really hopeful that there will be a lot of bintangs in the school system, because we have seen already Pavana, 16-year-old, she maybe only have about 8 times, maximum 10 times 2 hours discussion over 10 weeks. Every week 2 hours, Miro do workshop. And of course, I talk like this to her also. And when you look at her Google Drive PowerPoint that she presented and going to present for another 6 weeks, altogether 7 weeks, she was able to make her own lectures based on Runlinc in English. That's why I say if you can do that in Bahasa, in a video like her, I'm sure that Indonesia girls and boys about 15, 16 will be able to do the same. Because once they start doing that, then we can connect them all to the global network that we already have. And so then they can go into competitions, they can go into scholarships, many things. Arifin, 17 years old, from Bangladesh originally, but lived in Malaysia, changed his game addiction, AI game addiction, which nearly destroyed his family because they quarrel 10 hours per day, sometimes missing dinners and don't sleep for 3 months during the pandemic. And somehow we persuaded him to replace those games with things like the intruder alarms, which he then showed it to the school principal from Australia. He happened to have a principal in Malaysia that is from Australia. And the principal, Guy, G-U-Y, his name, say, look, I would pay you some money, pocket money, if you teach your classmates about this type of IoT, STEM, artificial intelligence projects like the intruder alarm. Wow. Then the parents got really excited and help him, encourage him. until he finally changed school, followed the principal to an Australian school, international school in Kuala Lumpur. And he win half scholarship. Full fees is 60,000 ringgit, which is a lot of money, even for Australia, because it's a very expensive private school of Australia in Malaysia. So he win half scholarship, 30,000 ringgit. And how can this happen when he's nearly destroyed the family? Want to go back to Bangladesh already. Father go to hospital, depressed. Son is nearly finished. And he's not the only one. There are thousands of these kids and millions of them all over the world. And that's why this thing, I'm sure in Indonesia too, because it starts from very young. Parents are so busy these days, they give the games to the kids just to keep them quiet. And they go to work, so the kids come home, they have access to internet, they go on to very damaging. AI is a very bad thing for some people. For us, AI is the most important thing to solve problems. Medicine, engineering, anything. So then the Arifin decided to use a little bit of that money to buy tickets from Penang to Kuala Lumpur to invite Pavana and one of the girls that we will select as suitable to present Runlinc at Arifin School. And so that story now is of interest to the owners of the school, the directors. The school also also have a university. It's called Sergi University, one of the top private universities in Malaysia. So you can see the motive already. People are using this to increase their student number, which means that Arifin may get a full scholarship. 60,000 ringgit is a lot of money, and even big potential that he can come to live in Australia. That completely changed the future of a family that nearly was destroyed by AI games. So this sort of story, I think it will be very important to recreate in Indonesia so that you can get a lot of help from the Australian government in Jakarta. Yeah. In Jakarta, there is Australian High Commission. And in Malaysia, Australian High Commission have a senior manager called Adil Akbar. Adil was our student about 20 years ago. We didn't have this technology. So when this technology, Runlinc, was launched, Adil was asked by the High Commission, he's a senior manager there, to promote it into Indonesia, into ASEAN, because this is one form of export. So because of that, you have a very good chance to present to Australian High Commission in Jakarta. We will get Adil to introduce his friends in the Australian High Commission. Already we are working with Australian High Commission in Nepal, in France. We have High Commission everywhere, in America. And so suddenly from yesterday to today, I hope you can see the future is very bright. We will connect you to, for instance, first year software engineering, Jackson, in Cameroon, who is also like you, very keen to learn about building smart homes. Every home in Indonesia one day, our vision, your vision, Pak Octave vision, will become a smart home. Elon Musk wants every human being to be able to use internet. His dream, right? Bill Gates' dream was every human being should have a robot. 20 years ago, he said. And with Runlinc, do you think that is achievable?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You are muted. I can't hear you. Do you think that when Elon Musk say that he wants every human being to have internet, there are two problems there, or two things that can happen at the same time. One is to destroy the family with AI games, because when they have internet, if you have nothing to stop it from creating a balance in the house, you would have the story of Arifin everywhere, which would destroy humanity. So it's called AI drug addiction. It's like AI drug, right?
Yes. Yes.
And so with Runlinc, do you think that it would be useful to have every human being to have internet, because we would then balance it with games? We don't say that you cannot have games. It's impossible. But you must have something to offset, counterbalance, like a seesaw. If it is out of balance, you have major problem for your economy. And people will become sick mentally. So United Nations have a program called Smart Health. So inside the smart home, we already have smart health using Runlinc as a medicine, health, right? Medicine to stop them from overdose. It's just like drugs. Yeah, Indonesia, I know
That's
have
right.
a lot of drug problem, real drug problem. And
Yes.
you won't believe it when you hear this. Arifin's inspiration actually come from a drug addict, real drug addict from Bhutan. His second year electronic engineering at the Royal University of Bhutan, alcohol and drug addict for long time, 6-7 years from young. And then one day, like you, he attended a workshop but that was before, I think last year, February 2020, COVID just starting. So they still can run the workshop because March is shut down. And that workshop, he said, wow, I'm like Bintang. I am at uni already, learning IoT, STEM, AI using Arduino. And whatever I learned in uni is not possible to teach kids. It's too difficult in a 3-day workshop. So when you use Runlinc to show the kids intruder alarm, yeah, and so many projects there, yeah, home automation and so forth, save animals when the water level rise too high,
That's right.
open the gate, the cows will go to the higher ground. If not, they drown. Projects like that. He felt he's so useful. So he said stem cell changed his life. For Arifin, the parents told us stem cell saved their lives. Write it down. One in Bahasa, text it to me. I may be able to remember some Bahasa words because I come to Australia 37 years ago. Long time. I can still understand some. So for Sonam, Bhutanese student, Runlinc changed his life. For Arifin, Runlinc saved his family's lives. So Miro will send you an app, a storytelling app about Arifin that he made himself. About everything I described to you, he make it into a storytelling app and how he transformed. So it is nice to hear Runlinc can, save people's lives. It's absolutely depressing when you have a son who join other friends, hundreds of them playing games for hours. You know how fast, right? Playing games, huh? You sit down there, 2 hours gone by without you knowing, man. So 10 hours is nothing. And of course, you remember 2-3 years ago in Christchurch, New Zealand, a gamer went into 2 mosques. Yeah, remember that story? And shot dead 50 people praying in the mosque. Do you remember that in New Zealand? And he live streamed the shooting to the world. That is AI games disruption. So many ways AI can destroy your lives.
Yes.
So one of the things that I want to conclude here of why are we having this conversation is this. And you can please explain to everybody. I didn't say it. Elon Musk and Professor Stephen Hawking say AI will become the biggest risk to humanity. Okay? The video is there. And so that is not a solution. That is only a statement of problem that may not be clear to most people. Because AI is just coming out, right? That more people now realize the importance of AI, Industrial Revolution 5.0, which is not even starting yet. We're just starting into 4.0. And so, how do we say another way that AI is so important? Can we then say life depends on AI? 4 words. 3 words. Life depends on AI, 4 words. Yeah, you try to translate that into Bahasa later. So, how do we prove life depends on AI? Exactly like what Stephen Hawking and Elon Musk say. We use water. We say life depends on water. No argument. Everybody knows. No need to explain. Then the next sentence is water depends on microchip programming. MP, microchip programming, right? You know the reason already. You need to filter off the germs, kill it with chemicals. And somebody told me, I don't need microchip to kill the germs. I boil the water. I said, yes, you can boil the water, but what happens if the water has mercury? What happens if it has cadmium from the factories? From the batteries they throw into the water. So there is a lot of chemical pollution also in the water. Yeah, besides all the organic material. So you can boil chemicals, man. You will be drinking chemicals. So you need to filter off and test for all the heavy metals, which will change your DNA. It doesn't need a lot, right? So you need microchip programming then. So I start again. Life depends on AI because life depends on water. Water depends on microchip programming. And microchip programming equals artificial intelligence. Because microchip is artificial brains, programming is intelligence. Left and right now equal, right? Like a seesaw. Balance. So therefore, AI equal to life. Or life depends on AI, better English. So 4 sentences cukup lah. To tell people, cukup lah.
Yeah.
Life depends on AI, man. Huh? At least we say your life depends on AI means the same thing as Elon Musk say, AI is the biggest risk to humanity. And we have proven it. At least we have a proof to say that life depends on AI, right? We use water. Now, that is only problem definition. Same as Elon Musk. There is no solution, right? So after today, you can see now, it is actually a policeman and a robber story. At the moment, let's call it, one policeman, there's 100 robbers in your town. Everywhere you go are robbers waiting to rob you. But there's only one policeman. And then you change a policeman to AI policeman. One AI policeman, 100 AI robbers. And see whether you have any more money in your bank. Yeah. So it's actually a police and robber story. So now, then if this is a police and robber story, what you have seen is we could have hundreds of thousands of AI, good AI policemen, right? From young.
Yeah. Yeah.
And catch these 100 robbers. I don't care even if it grow to 1,000 AI robbers, we would have 200,000 AI policemen. Yeah. and maybe millions, because it's so easy to use. Maybe we have 100 million AI policemen, starting from 10 years old until they grow old, man. So you cannot threaten humanity. We need our water to be safe. Yeah, because they can also, AI already. They can do anything you want, especially what you've seen just now. It's so easy to use, right? So it could be like a knife. It could be used for so good things. It could be used for so bad things. Same as your dynamite invented by Alfred Nobel. Yeah? The dynamite, remember, Alfred Nobel, right? Nobel Peace Prize. He invented the dynamite, TNT. Right? And look at what is used. And look what he wanted to use it for 100 years ago. So we need to, as Einstein say, finally, 100 years ago, he said, unless you change the conscious level, that has created the problem. Whatever is the conscious level at that moment that has created the problem, if you don't change that conscious level, you can solve that problem. So Miro also have that poster. He can send it to you. That is my final conclusion. You need to change the conscious level, meaning you need to have a lot more AI policemen than AI robbers. At the moment, the consciousness is not even there. They don't even realize there's a lot of AI robbers being developed now. Yeah, they will use it for their purpose. So unless we change the conscious level and start getting a lot of AI policemen, we will have difficulty in the future. Yeah, and it's not only police and robber; it's already happened in every house that have internet. The destruction. So we want to see every house in Indonesia, in the world, to be a smart house, smart home that has a smart health center with only one table, one chair, and one laptop with Zoom. So that's our smart health, that's United Nations SDG, Sustainable Development Goal number 3. So quality education is what we have. Yeah. And you can only start by in your storytelling app in Bahasa Indonesia, you ask a question, right? Is 6 lines of coding quality education compared to 300 plus lines of coding? Which one is quality education? Or in the video that you're going to make, is 5 months, like Gabriel said, for a home automation project, quality education compared to 5 hours? Because once you have that, your smart house have quality education already, not AI drugs, gaming.
Yes.
You try to offset that with quality education, you see, because I can support my argument that I only need 5 hours to train, not 5 months, not interested. I'll go for games, right? So quality education in the smart home, call it a smart school, if you like. Everything smart, right? I have my smart school inside my smart home, and my smart school is called one table, one chair with a laptop with Zoom. Smart health is the same. That Zoom will be Runlinc instead of Zooming with AI drugs and games. Then I have smart farm. My smart farm is only one tomato that I will use AI to change the color from red to purple so that I can sell more tomato. It looks funny. Yeah. Hopefully it tastes good too. So that is my smart farm with one tomato plant that I use hydroponic and IoT to Australia, to the professors here who have already changed from red roses to purple roses. They know how to change the DNA using AI. So I will get help from the professors to change the smart farm experiment inside the smart home. So finally, I have now gender equality. Big thing. If you want to talk to Australian government, you start by gender equality. If not, they will not want to talk to you, because there's a lot of problem even in Australia now happening right now. They march on the street that they have no rights, the woman. Australia, let alone other countries, right? Like Africa, India, Indonesia, maybe.
Yeah.
So gender equality is SDG number 5. So then we provide quality education to the girls. 6 lines, not 300 lines of coding. So then I double my human resource. I can see Bintang smiling now. So Bintang, you smile because you understood what I say. Everything I use today to converse with you is actually creativity. It's not technology I'm talking to you. Miro talk to you technology. I talk creativity. Because creativity equals ideas and imagination. Without these ideas and imagination, all the information I use is useless. Because I can't change the information that I read, right? But I apply my creativity and connect them to new ideas. Creativity is new ideas, full stop. In Bahasa, you translate that and show it to your friend. So you have seen now smart home, I use creativity to build that into a center because there's a lot more homes than schools, right? I don't want to look for schools, I look for houses. Every house would have 1 to 10 Runlinc kits or Node MCU that you use. Very easy to use. But for those young kids, they don't want loose wire, jumper wire, they just use pre-built, like what you saw today. No trouble. Because once they have trouble, they give up. Then you don't have enough AI policemen anymore. I'm here to grow AI policemen, you see?
Yeah.
So the smart home, in conclusion, is actually a United Nations project. Smart home is SDG, Sustainable Development Goal 11. You see in the Runlinc website that Miro, some students use Runlinc to build their own website called Smart Home. See, Runlinc can be used to build website, you know. It's amazing how in Cameroon they did it. And so Smart Home, SDG 11, which have Smart School, which is Quality Education, SDG 4. And I use SDG 4 to give it to the girls to double the human resource, so that I have equal number of boys and girls. If I have 1,000 boys as AI policemen, I want to have 1,000 girls of AI policewomen.
Yeah.
You see, from a technology boring way to explain, I use a normal way, human language, right? Because at the moment in Australia, there's only 10 girls out of 100 in STEM. You know STEM, right? Science, technology, engineering, mathematics is compulsory in Australia. In Malaysia, I think Indonesia is coming up. Every student have to do STEM, but STEM is useless without AI and IoT.
Yeah.
It's part of it already. 3 things joined together already for IR 5.0. So you have the best secret of a smart home that provides quality education to girls inside the house after helping the parents to make to clean the house, to cook. They have some time now to learn quality education, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and STEM inside the house. So that is SDG 4. Gender equality is SDG 5. Then my smart farm is SDG number 2, is hunger. And then we have mental health issues is SDG number 3. So Pavana is very familiar. I encourage you to ask all your friends to join this Sunday. Hopefully there will be 10 of Bintang there saying hello. You can check up Bahasa also. They understand you. Yeah, because they are Malaysian. These kids are bilingual, very strong, from Penang. So I would stop here and ask you maybe if any concluding sort of remarks, because you have a very good knowledge now of able to compare what you have gained. Of course, you are very advanced compared to most of, like you said yesterday. You may only have 2 bintang out of 100 students. It's so difficult.
Yeah, that's right.
How are you going to have enough policemen if there's only 2 bintang? And the 98 potentially will go into games. And some of them could end up as AI robbers. Then you susah lah. Yeah. You see, you already say that. Say that in Bahasa. You know, I only know, I think there are only 2 bintang inside 100 students population. Yeah, then they understand what you mean. And please, please, please use the police and robber story. Don't use anything else.
Okay.
Because that's as simple as that. You know? And any other concluding remarks from you? Because these are creative ideas, right? And I want you to come up with even better ideas than what I've told you. I'm sure you start talking to the girls or to the boys, they will give you ideas. So I encourage you to work with Miro and get more Zoom going with your friends anytime. If we are not able to do that, we'll tell you. If we are too busy, you know. But anytime, if the time is available, Miro will be there to help you to do the Zoom with all these friends. Is that all right? So soon my Bahasa will improve after I start reading your translation and your short videos.
Okay.
I want to have better Bahasa so I can speak to more. I used to be able to read Berita Harian in Malaysia. There's a newspaper in Brunei called Berita Harian. We buy from in Malaysia. You remember that, right? I'm not sure whether you can get it. And I used to be able to read it in order to pass exam. Because if we fail Bahasa, Melayu, Bahasa Malaysia, we fail all our exams. We must pass. But we go to English school, see, so our Bahasa is very weak. So I started reading Berita Harian, I remember. But now, after so many years, of course, I forgot. But with you, I hope through your Runlinc videos in Bahasa, I'll be able to learn from you guys. Anything else? If not, we will stop here. Miro, anything to add on to Bintang?
No. I look forward to your list of what you need to do, because I'm worried that maybe you forgot some of the things that we discussed. So just put that list.
Just type in anything that you can remember into the group chat so that we can follow up, you see. So it will be
first thing, second thing, etc.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 items, you see. And later on, Miro will help you to make up a trailer. Trailer, you know Trello? ELLO. It's an online calendar with appointments, with tasks, with activities. Yeah, you know that?
Yes.
Trello. Yeah, that is very useful. So we can make a group Trello so we can follow. Yes, Trello. We can then follow it quickly, right? Multiple people can remind each other, and then the task will become much easier. And I hope that this Sunday, please, if you can join Pavana, you might be able to see how this is being done, and hopefully there will be a chance for you to ask questions also.
If I can also just ask, I didn't ask.
Prepare some questions because they're looking for improvement.
Your situation, Bintang, are you actually staying as a resident at the technical college, or do you actually take a bus or transport back and forth to home?
Do you live at the Polytechnic, Bintang?
Yes.
Oh, so you are not originally from Bandung?
I'm from Bandung. Polytechnic on Bandung.
You are from Bandung.
Yeah.
But you stay at the campus.
Now I'm at home.
Okay. But do you stay at the campus or every day you go home and then go to uni?
Yeah, online on campus.
Oh, oh, because of the COVID lah,
Yeah,
online. Yeah, yeah. So at the moment, you don't know when you're going back to Polytechnic. Is that next week? Is that possible?
I think on
COVID.
Monday online. Start.
Still online, da?
Yeah.
You still online study, huh? When is holiday for you? School holiday.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay. Miro, make a note. But what about the the long holiday? When is it? Because Ramadan is starting soon, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ramadan. I don't know about our holiday on Ramadan, but
Yeah.
I think
But
it's
what about the
normal.
school holiday is when? Is that in July? Is that in June?
I'm not sure about that. Nothing information about holiday from
Yeah,
my
that's
campus.
okay. Yeah, that's okay. So you actually, how far is your house from the campus?
Yes.
How far is your home from the campus, from the university?
Not seven. 50 kilometers.
Wow, it's quite far.
Yeah.
So normally you stay on the campus lah. You don't go home lah. 50 is quite far.
Okay.
Normal. Because of COVID, you stay at home lah. All students stay at home lah.
Stay at home.
After COVID, you go back to stay at the uni?
Yes, after COVID.
You normally live in the campus lah.
Campus, yeah.
Yeah. Residents ah, we call it residential student. Because I think 50 kilometers is quite far. Every day you go from home to Polytechnic is quite far away.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good lah. Bandung. I have been to Bandung once.
Okay.
In fact, our director of Stem Cell Foundation is actually from the Air Force. He went to Bandung to live for staff college training. He speak Bahasa Indonesia. Miro, make a note and maybe get Fernando to say hello to Bintang. Yeah. And he lived in Bandung for about 1 year to learn Bahasa. His Bahasa is much better than mine. And he's an electronic warfare engineer. Electronic warfare engineer. He's now a wing commander. Very high, getting higher. Fernando Gonzalez. He's Spanish, but born in Australia. Very smart man, very nice guy. And you will find that he speaks Bahasa very well, very, very well. So one day we will connect you by WhatsApp and you can cakap Bahasa with him.
Okay.
And tell him about your experience, yeah?
Yeah.
Because he actually hosted the chief of Air Force of Indonesia before the COVID. Because he's the only one who can speak fluently Bahasa. So he was asked to host, to take care of the top Air Force commander, yeah, chief of Air Force from Indonesia, visited Australia. So he was asked to look after the chief. So you can imagine we have very good people in the stem cell team. Yeah. So it's good. That was WhatsApp anyway, so we can call you on WhatsApp anytime, and then we can have a conversation. Very nice to talk to you again, Bintang.
Yeah. Yes.
Really good to meet up with you.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. And invite your friends too, please. Any friends, you can do this sort of Zoom again with them.
Okay.
The more AI policemen, the better, man. And I'm sure Fernando will agree.
Okay.
Fernando will for sure agree. Thank you.
And you can add Peng to the new group which you've just formed too.
Oh, there's another group, is it? Yeah. Yeah, very good.
Okay, thank you.
you.
All right. Bye.
Talk to you soon, Bintang.
Okay. Bye.
Yes, sir.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.